Hey everyone, welcome to, I'm going to put this on speaker view. There we go. Hi Erica. Hi everyone, welcome to our What If, Beyond What If call. We are just so glad that you all joined us tonight. I'm Sandy Tabola. I'm one of the leaders on this incredible team that you're going to hear more from tonight. And we are so grateful that so many of you joined us in our What If project. Just really inspiring dreaming of the future and what's possible. And we were just talking, we will do it again. But we are really grateful for those of you who joined us. And for those of you who didn't, you will get a glimpse of that tonight as you hear people's stories. And we will be delving deeper into beyond what if. What if this vehicle was a vehicle to achieve your dreams? So I'm going to jump right in and get us started because I want you to hear from the incredible leaders that are on this phone, and just sharing my story really quickly. So I was a youth pastor and mom of 3, and I loved impacting kids' lives. I never made more than $800 a month though. And so I wasn't looking for something else because my husband had a good income, but I was looking for something to help us all feel better because I had no energy. I suffered from depression, chronic sinusitis, and I had a son who had an ear infection for a solid year. So we were a mess and we were looking for something to help us feel better. And in all my research, it really pointed to eating a whole lot more fruits, veggies, plants. So we were trying, but couldn't seem to dig out of the hole we were in until my friend introduced these incredible plant powders, which you'll hear more about them tonight. And we started eating them. I loved that that's all they were, was plants, fruits, veggies, berries. And sure enough, my energy kicked in. I had more energy to work out. That helped my depression. My son's immune system kicked in. We all started craving more fruits and vegetables. And so, of course, I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I was sharing with everyone, still never thinking in my wildest dreams that this was going to become a mission, my mission of my life to inspire healthy living. But as I started doing little bits, I did become a rep. I joined the mission to pay for my family's Juice Plus. But what I found was that as I helped other people and as inspired other people and built these great relationships, we were building this incredible community. And that is the most valuable to me, is this community, and you'll get to hear more about that. So 4 years later, as I just started loving and shining on people, my husband left our family, and it was a drug issues that he had, and I was left to raise my boys on my income. I am forever grateful that this incredible mission also pays in real money. And in building a team, we were just fine. And then you'll hear more about this too. I was able to achieve the top position, my team and I, of the company, and get this incredible benefit package, which is unheard of in a lot of corporations, but especially for independent contractors. So, and just have more stability. So, but again, the best surprise for me and what I love now is helping other people achieve their dreams and to dream again. So without any further ado, I am going to introduce my friend Heidi, who's going to tell you more about these incredible plant powders and what we offer.
Hi guys, well, it was certainly fun doing the What If project with you all. I had a blast. And for those of you that don't know my name is Heidi Fantastic Pigs. I'm from the UK, moved to Santa Barbara, California 13 years ago with my beautiful and gorgeous husband. And it was him that first introduced me to these plant powders. And he met this guy with this silver fox, with beautiful white hair on the ocean. His name's Kristen. He's on this call. You'll hear a little bit about him later on. He's going to speak, but he saw this guy catching every single wave and was just like, what is his secret? What is this guy doing? I need to know. My husband has a sports science background. He's a soccer coach, an all-around fitness fanatic, and he totally understood that we all needed these amazing plant powders in our body. And when he found out exactly what they were all about, he could not wait to come home and share it with me. And when he came home and shared it with me, I shut him down. I had digestive issues. I thought it was going to hurt my stomach. I totally shut him down and said, no, I don't want to try this stuff. But after hearing a couple of doctors speak, after really trusting in Chris and his wife, and we have become best friends, I finally did try them, and it changed my life forever. I went from going to the bathroom maybe 2 to 3 times a week to actually now going every single day, sometimes 2 to 3 times a day. And because of that reason, and knowing there's a lot of people out there with digestive issues like myself, I couldn't help but share my experience. And it's just, the whole industry has changed our lives in such a profound way. So I am going to be sharing a little bit about what these plant powders are. And it is Juice Plus. Juice Plus is 30 whole foods in capsule form and soft chewable form, and this is what they look like. They also come in these amazing chewy bags, and they're just delicious. Kids love them, and there's a way for children to get them for free. Speak to the person that invited you, and they will totally give you more information on that. What sets this apart from any other whole food nutrition that you'll see is that it's vine ripened. It's pulverized, dehydrated, and encapsulated, and it's the most thoroughly researched whole food nutrition product in the world. You just ask Siri and she will confirm that. There's also no toxins, no herbicides, no pesticides, no fungus. It's completely gluten and dairy free and is non-GMO, and really importantly, it's kosher certified. It has on the back, if you look closer, you'll see that there is actually a nutrition facts label on it, because it's not a supplement. It is actually just food. It's just fruits and vegetables. It says it's on the label, is exactly just what's inside. Has an NSF certification that proves that. And some of the research you might be interested in to know, we have almost, by the end of this month, I've understood that we'll have about 40 research studies that have been published in peer-reviewed, or the peer-reviewed studies that have been published in medical journals and sports journals around the world. And some of the studies prove that it helps with cardiovascular wellness, it supports the immune system, it protects our DNA, it's bioavailable, which means that it's not like a vitamin. A vitamin you pee out and you see it when it's yellow, right? It means you're just paying for expensive pee. It's bioavailable means that it's actually going to be in your bloodstream and doing good to your body. It helps with oxidative stress, supports healthy skin and gums, and it reduces inflammation. There are a lot more studies. If you want more access to them, again, talk to the person that invited you and they will be able to help you with that. Next, we have our complete plant mix, and this actually comes in full little single servings as well, in chocolate and vanilla. And we also have these yummy little bars, which are great for a little snack on the go.
Heidi, I'm going to mute everyone, so if you can unmute yourself.
Sure. The cool thing, and what I love about the complete, is it is gluten-free, dairy-free. Because one thing I didn't add in my story is I've been gluten-free for 25 years. So the fact that is gluten-free, dairy-free, and for those of you that are vegan, it's completely vegan, non-GMO. It's incredible. Great for post-workout, pre-workout, great as a meal replacement. And the fun thing is, for those of you that know about the glycemic index, this has a really low glycemic index, in fact, the same glycemic index as broccoli. We also have our omega. Now, this omega is the first of its kind, the first ever of its kind, because not only did we cut out the middle fish, but it's a blend of 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, not just the 3, 6, and 9, but the whole broad spectrum of omegas. And it's all completely from plants. So when we say we cut out the middle fish, what that means is, the only reason why fish actually have omegas is because of the algae that they eat from the bottom of the ocean. And so we completely cut out the fish. We went straight to the algal oil from that algae, tomato seed oil, raspberry seed oil, pomegranate seed oil, and seed buckthorn berry seed oil. And which has all been sustainably sourced, which is really good for me to know. That's really, really important to me. We also have a Healthy Living Revolution. And a note about that, a program that's linked to that called the Shred 10. What that is, and you may have heard of that, I've seen it on social media. It's a really great way, you guys, to overhaul your engine. It's a 10-day for a 4-month experience. complete changing out your filters. Imagine a car, right? You take that in, you get it serviced, and you clean out your oil, right? The same thing. You're doing the same thing, but to your body. Very often we spend more on our cars than we do on ourselves. It's a really great way to shred bad habits and add in much, much better choices. Now, we also have our amazing tower garden, our aeroponic vertical growing system to grow your own produce. Michele, are you close to your tower garden? Can we see yours? I'm actually at the salon where I work. I'm a hairstylist, and so I don't have my tower garden today, but maybe you could. So if you can look at Michele Grensing, there it is. It's a great way to, especially if you're living in California or Oregon where we've got these awful fires right now, it's a great way to help reduce the water because they use only 10% of water than what would normally grow in the ground. So, okay, Sandy, I'm gonna hand it back over to you.
Thank you so much. And now I'm going to pass you on to one of my best friends and one of our leaders, Michele Grensing.
Hello, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. First of all, yes, I'm Michele Grensing and I live in Tennessee. And, you know, I started on this mission almost 11 years ago, and I had no idea what it really was. And I know that many of you are listening to this because you were part of the What If Project and you got a glimpse a little bit, but maybe you want to know a little bit more. So I can tell you I know exactly what how you're feeling right now. I totally do. And one of the things that I was feeling back then was it really couldn't be that great. It probably won't last. And I don't really think the Juice Plus will make a difference, and I don't believe that I'll make much of a difference. That is where I was 11 years ago. But let me tell you what this really is. First of all, it really is a mission. Most of us never refer to it as a business because I can tell you that even if there wasn't money a part of this, we would do it anyway because that's who we are. Just like if I read a good book, or I get a great deal on the cutest jeans or shoes ever, or my hairdresser is the bomb, I'm going to tell people about it because I care about other people. And in this event, I got a glimpse at what you guys think of others and what you think about yourself. And most of you would love to make a difference in somebody else's life. That was pretty clear in thinking about your dreams, even if it was just to help your family so that they would be healthier, you were thinking about that. And it just, oh my gosh, it just made me feel so good. You also thought beyond yourself a little bit in the moment and thought a little bit into the future. So, you know, I went to the gym today and I worked out my muscles because I want to be fit and I want to be stronger. Well, in this, we about those questions, and we had to think about our dream or think about our health or think about maybe what we once thought or what we were thinking, and maybe it could be a little bit different. And I know people said things like, what if I actually worked with or for people who really cared about me? What if I could travel more? What if I could pay off my house? What if I just had more energy to take care of me and take care of my family? And the list went on and on. It is a vehicle to do that, you guys. It is. What does it include if you join? You have a company that's mission statement is to help as many people realize their dreams, okay? It's about us. It's not just about a company or a man upstairs, okay? They give you, for $50 a year, they take care of all the nuts and bolts. They give you a website. They ship your product. They help take care of your customers. They pay you. They collect the money. You don't have to deal with all of that. Isn't that great? You just get to think about others and just share. We really don't sell. A lot of people say, well, I just don't want to sell stuff. Well, well, you know what? You're in the right place, because that's how we feel too. An outcome. We don't treat people differently, whether they take Juice Plus or whether they don't, or whether they join this mission or whether they don't. So it is, this mission is a vehicle for your passion to build purpose and to create possibilities that truly are limitless. You know, we talked about what if, but I want to another question. Sometimes I know myself, I've got my internet okay, Sandy?
It's a little shaky.
It just said it was unstable. I've been trying to move. Sorry.
You can see.
I've gotten to a part. Okay, good. I've gotten to something and just thought, wow, I wish I would have started sooner, or I wish I would have stayed more consistent, or something like that. You know what? Just imagine yourself going, this is something that I want to do. Why not do it now? I don't want you to have any regrets. And also, one thing you get with this mission is you get to be you, and you get to be, you get to do things with support, but your own way. There are requirements. All positions are permanent. You know, I said in my video, sometimes it's what we need to know, and that's truly what this is, okay? Just a little bit more, and we would love for you.
Thank you so much, Michele. And that was all about our mission. And next we have one of our top leaders of this mission, Chris Cotton, sharing about the company behind the incredible mission. Chris?
Chris, you need to unmute.
Sorry, let's start over. So I'm at my lake house, and I know that we have a sketchy connection. So in a second, I wanted you to see my way sunburned face and the white hair that Heidi talked about earlier. But I think it might be safer for me to go without my video on. I'll leave it on, but if I get bad, Sandy, I can see you go like this. If it's bad, and then I'll change. Okay.
Got it.
All right. So I'm going to take 4 minutes to just share some things with you. And the first minute, I just want to talk about my start was from, and Nikki's on the phone too. Our start was from bankruptcy. We did not start this from inspiration. We started from desperation. Yet the results can still be the same. I mean, our mission is to inspire healthy living around the world, and in all the categories of your life. And what we like to say on our team is, from inspiring healthy living in your physical health, inspiring healthy living in your financial health, inspiring healthy living in your community health, and inspiring healthy living in yourself, your spirituality, your personal development, your emotional health. So that's what we do. And by the way, I am sitting outside. This is not a skin disease. This is actually the sun going between the trees. And we're in Southern Oregon, so we're really happy to see the sun because we've been inundated with smoke for a month. So this is a gorgeous day. So anyway, so we're talking about this company, and just to wrap that part about my personal story, our personal story is that we started from broke, and we went to financial security. We went beyond financial security to financial freedom, and then we feel we went beyond that to freedom of choice, which is so cool. We think that's the greatest freedom in the world. And here's the movement. Here's the mission we're on, the freedom revolution. And the ability to do what you want, when you want, whenever you want, with whom you want. That's freedom. So we're excited and to share that. And so we're talking about a company that's 50 years old, right? This is not a new company. And what they've been doing for the last almost 50 years is bringing life-enhancing products to the marketplace. We're not exactly a nutritional company. We're a product introduction company. But I want you to understand this. For 50 years, 3 times we brought products to the marketplace where we have been #1 in the world, as we are now. Juice Plus is the #1 selling whole food encapsulated product on the planet. And Heidi talked about the research behind it. You know, it's by far the most researched product in history. So our track record is this. We change people's health. Is that a small gift? No. We bring the gift of health. We bring the gift of financial improvement. We bring the gift of really what we call fulfillment, because this is the exciting thing for us. And Sandy, I know you're in the same boat. The reason, after Nikki and I have been doing this for 28 years, why do we keep doing it? Because every penny we make from helping others. And it is so fulfilling. And one of our favorite sayings is, we're not so much about the science of achievement as we are about the art of fulfillment. So the gift of health, the gift of financial improvement, and then the gift of making a difference in people's lives. So it's so exciting to do what we do. And I like to say this about where we are now after almost 50 years. It's never been easier to do what we do. It's never been more fun. Look at this group, look at this community. And you know what? It's never been more important, because you may or may not know that we are not in the healthiest country in the world. And if you don't know that, I don't know where you've been. But let me say this. Out of the 17 most industrialized countries in the world, we #1 rank last in the standings of health. And our health costs, our healthcare costs, are 5 times more than the other 16 countries on average. So it's an important thing that we're doing. We're sharing an important message. So I just want to say this again. This company is not just inspiring healthy living around the world, but also inspiring healthy giving. And we're the major contributor to the St. Jude's Hospital. We're giving 10 million meals away through the Volunteers of America. We're putting a Tower Garden in every Boys and Girls Club in the United States. And, you know, it's a responsibility. And this company takes it seriously. So I just could not be more proud to be with an incredible company. And I think this kind of sums it up. Our president at the last conference, and here again, 3 times we brought products to the marketplace. We've been #1 in the world. But our president, Jay Martin, says, we're not about being the best company in the world. We are about being the best company for the world. So we're up to good stuff. We love what we're doing. If it resonates with you, please join us. All right. Thanks, Sandy.
All right. Thanks so much, Chris. And I love your story. And you're exactly right. This is a fun team. And we wanted you to hear from some real people whose lives have been impacted. So the first one is going to be Molly. Can you unmute yourself?
I got it. Can you hear me okay?
Yep. Perfect.
Great. Awesome. I love being on this team, and I love being part of the What If movement. This has been really thought-provoking and from the heart. And thanks everybody for participating. This wonderful company I found almost 2 years ago, and I went to an event, and during the presentations, it really spoke to a lot of health concerns in my family. I was one of those people that went all in from the beginning, and I signed up my whole family, became a distributor. And I started with the Shred 10, the detox and rejuvenation program that we'll talk more about. And by day 3, I was pain-free for the first time since I can remember. So since a little kid, I've had a laundry list of digestive issues, couldn't figure out what was going on. I'll spare you all the details. And in my early 30s, I was diagnosed with celiac. but I still had dull ache to stabbing pain in my abdomen. So literally day 3 of the shred, I was pain-free, and I kept going, feeling like $1,000,000. And then residual benefits started adding up, lower anxiety, better sleep. My funny sleep story is that I couldn't have any light, sound, or anything happening, and I had to take a hot bath before bed and the whole bit. But now I can just flop down and go to sleep, and it's a total miracle in my life. And I have 2 small kids, so sleep's very important. And with them, we're not getting the colds that get passed through the whole family, and I can boost their immune system. School's about ready to start, so extra gummies. And I'm also an athlete, and right now my love, and has been for 4 years, CrossFit. And so I use the shake for pre and post workout. And I went in after taking an extended break from CrossFit. I think it was like 4 months. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to start all the way over from the beginning. And I went in and I got in shape in like 2 weeks. I'm like, I haven't been able to do that since my 20s. And so the elements of Juice Plus in the recovery, in the building lean muscle mass, in building the bone density, it's just all the way around improved my entire reality. So I keep talking, but I'll leave it at that. So thanks, Sandy.
I love it. Thank you. And Corrine is next.
Hey everyone, Corrine. So I'm going to share my business with you. So I really am going to take it back and go organic and just follow the questions that we should ask ourselves when we're sharing our business. And one of them is, how did you first hear about Juice Plus? And so I first heard about Juice Plus from Michele Grensing, who is now a sweet friend, but was just a complete stranger at church one day who sat down next to me. And, you know, I am forever grateful. And I think of that often whenever I get that tug to reach out to somebody that I don't know, or, you know, that's a complete stranger at the grocery store, and you see they clearly eat on the healthier side because of everything that's on there, you know, on the conveyor belt. So, really just go back to that, of how Michele had the courage to reach out to me, at that point 9 years ago, actually. Wow. And then what really intrigued me about the business when she shared the business with me was, once we did the math, we saw that with the size of our family, which if you don't know me, I too will spare you the details, but basically after our whole family got on Juice Plus, the retail profit back to our family was definitely well worth it. But I wasn't looking to go any further than that. I was really okay with just working, you know, ordering for our family, and that was that. So, but since I've been sharing Juice Plus, I've been able to not only inspire literally people around the world. I mean, I've got friends in Germany and Japan who have done the shred with me, Vincenza right now. It's pretty incredible. But the most important thing that I've seen is now my kiddos and my husband are 100% on board. Like, it's very normal to them to eat the way we eat. And I do truly think about when they're going to bed, like, how is their life going to be when they're my age, where they haven't had compromised foods and being raised in a way where fast food is a normal for them. I really do see that just by these little efforts that I'm giving them, or that I'm doing, that their adult life is going to be so much more incredible because of the small, simple changes that I've made for them during their childhood. So anyway, all because of Michele. Thank you, love.
Love it. Thank you, Corrine. And now we have Kristen.
I am so happy to share. And this project was really amazing because for me, this whole journey really has been a process of finding my dreams again. So just really briefly, in 2008, my husband and I lost a business during the economic downturn. And we are good little worker bees, and we just put our heads down, and instead of filing for bankruptcy, which in retrospect we probably should have done, we just worked our tails off for 5 years and paid off all of our debts. And what it really did for me, though, was really dash my dreams. I know I'm good at working hard. I know I'm good at putting my head down and just getting through hard times. But when this whole community and this whole opportunity was presented to me, I really had shut down my ability to dream and think beyond just going to work, putting my head down, and really just kind of surviving. So I had been on the products for about a year and had been experiencing some really remarkable health improvements because of the stress of the past decade. My husband and I, my health was really suffering. And when I signed up as a team member, I really just wanted to get my product at wholesale. I wanted my Tower Garden wholesale and just had no intentions of ever doing this as a business. But as this community really shined on me, and as I just saw the love and the absolute kind of acceptance of all people and in all walks of life, I just saw that this was different than anything else I had experienced. So really, I've been at this for about a year. And at this point, I am looking at not just catching up for retirement, but actually retiring early. My dream for the next year is to go part-time because my Juice Plus income is going to replace a day or two a week of my JOB. And hope is restored. I mean, it was really an amazing thing at 56 years old to feel like I have a spark and a mission that's going to just really fuel me for the rest of my life. So I'm just ever grateful to Michael Brown, just like you, Corrine. I'm just grateful for the person that shined on me first. So again, I could go on, but for the sake of time, I will stop. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kristen. And now we want to hear from you. So I'm going to turn it over to my buddy, Michele, and we're going to take a few questions and just your feedback.
Hey, you guys. Yes, we would love to be here. If you have any questions or comments, all you need to do is just hit that little microphone and unmute yourself, and we would love to be here for you. Anybody? Sue, or did you have a question? You have to unmute yourself, okay? You're muted.
Yay.
Sue, you're muted.
I just wanted to tell.
There you go.
I just wanted to tell everyone that in January of 2013, I was diagnosed with Myasthenia gravis, and I actually had been kind of bad because it's been like a year and a half since I've been to my ophthalmologist because my eyes, I was seeing double and had all kinds of problems. And anyway, I should go yearly, but I had not been in about 2 years. And I go today, and I have vision, and he can't believe I have such good vision. He's like, you have the best vision of anyone that I have seen. And he said, I see no, and I'm repeating that, no Myasthenia gravis in my eyes. We both cheered. That's what I wanted to tell you.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that. You know, sometimes we don't know what the outcome of making such a healthy and wise and simple choice like Juice Plus can do for us. But, you know, it can do a lot of things. We can't promise things, but we can tell you that we have all those studies, like Heidi said. So we do know from day one it is going to work for you inside your body. And that one thing I always say is I can promise you it will add quality to your life. You know, whatever you have to face, it'll add quality to your life. We know that. I mean, and so why not, right? Anybody have any questions or comments? I can't see everyone. We have so many. I would like to encourage you. It's called www.thefreedomrevolution.com. On that site, you can just click on whatever you see that you want to check out. And there's actually some tabs at the top that say things like get started and all of that. And the person who invited you to the What If Project or invited you to this call tonight can help you with that. But there's a section that I love. It's called Frequently Asked Questions. And so while you may not feel like asking a question on this call, I bet that your question has been addressed and it's right there answered for you. So I wanted you to be aware of that. Thank you guys for participating. Oh, Chris has something.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
Okay. Do just gorgeous people get on these calls, or does Juice Plus just make you gorgeous?
We do have some studies about that, Chris.
Just curious.
Thank you. And I just want to say thank you, everyone, for joining us. We want a good call to action for you, though, is if what we say resonates with you tonight and what you know, we would love to welcome you to our team. Get back with the person who invited you. If you have more questions, or even if you don't, we invite you to keep learning and keep getting inspired. We have our Take Healthy Back call tomorrow night. That flyer is already in the event, or just see the person who invited you. On Wednesday, Michele Grensing is going to be a guest speaker on our Freedom Revolution Zoom calls. And so there's just lots of ways for you to just continue your education, and at some point, I'm sure you may want to jump in with us. The water is great. So thank you, everyone. If you want to unmute yourself so you can say goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Love, Sandy.
Sandy.
Bye. Y'all.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.